Mom's loading up for the farm market right now. This cauliflower's going. Right, Lil?
Wow, I don't need such big guns.
Good morning, Dace. So I'm back here at the high tunnel. Mom said she needed some tomatoes, so I'm gonna see what I can find here. I don't really care if they're pinks, as long as they're nice. That's all that matters to me. Maybe there's not as many as I thought. Here's a nice orangey. See, looks good, beautiful on top. Turn it over, it's split, cracked, no good. I think oranges are gonna be the ticket today. I mean, let this sit on your counter for a day or two, maybe 3, and it'll be nice and red. All right, so that is basically it as far as like decently nice red tomatoes for high tunnels. It looks like there's more, but almost everyone you see has bad spots or has a blemish in some way, shape, or form. The ones I got here are beautiful. Maybe not A number ones, but pretty close to it. We'll still have tomatoes through the whole winter season. They just won't be homegrown, they won't be our own. We'll have greens for a while and maybe some Turners for the next, week or 2. But besides that, good, nice, thick, red tomatoes are basically over. Dad is gonna be getting out the 5-bottom plow, and he's gonna be working the ground over there to plow that up. For garlic, I don't think this weekend's gonna be too wet, but hopefully maybe middle of next week, something of that sort. We're gonna be getting our garlic in the ground. For us, it is a little bit later than most home gardeners, and that's not by choice. That's mostly just because of our time situation and how everything falls, because we still have markets. Potatoes are probably our number 1 priority at the moment, harvesting peppers. And then as soon as all that comes to an end or, slows down, then we can get back to the garlic and the winterizing, all that stuff. So while I went to the high tunnel and got more tomatoes, Dad went to the pepper field and picked some of these beautiful bell. He said the frost really didn't seem to harm them much at all yet. So that's really good. So finally, the time has come. We are digging the last of the potatoes. It's just these 2 rows right here. You can see where like the dried up potato tops are and the weeds. This is a pretty bad section of thistle, but it's only this patch that's like it. We're gonna get these dug because there's quite a decent amount of moisture in the ground. We're gonna try and let them sit for like a half hour, 45 minutes, and then come through. It's no fun digging when it's really muddy, because then they're chunky and then you're spending probably double the time not only picking the potatoes up into the basket, but then cleaning all that chunky dirt off. And so these conditions should be like perfect, should flow back to the digger nice, shouldn't bruise up the potatoes, and they shouldn't be all muddy and chunky. Dad's already hooked up and he's just about to start. And he's off. This section here where it's higher and drier doesn't look like the greatest yield in the world. But the potatoes are very nice. They're not scabbed up or beat up. And that's the main thing. I'd rather have less potatoes than nicer potatoes. It's really starting to build up with stones. So Dad stopped. We're gonna clean it out and then hopefully finish up the rest of the field. This is definitely the rockiest section. They build up right back underneath here, and you can see how it like crunches them up. You bring that wrench or whatever. Was it you left in the shed? So it's cleaned out and he's ready to start again. We did notice a problem, which I'll show you as soon as we're done. It's not good, but at least the digger is still usable. We have about 2/3 of a row to do yet, and that'll be it. Oh no. What was that?
I don't know. I was going to stop. I should have.
This one, oh, it busted. Busted, yeah. I can't believe it. What were the odds? Same thing as last year. In the last row, in the last quarter, busted. I can't, all I gotta do is get finished a quarter of a row.
That's weird. Now the side crack. Something was going coop, 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 coop. And I was going to stop, and I should have.
So we got the digger all cleaned out. Dad's just gonna get out of the field, take this down. We're gonna get it cleaned off and then get it fixed again for next year. So close, but yet so far. So Mom and Uncle Rick are picking up potatoes. I was helping, but now Dad needs my help. Like I said, not the greatest yield, but the potatoes are really nice. We're back to the truck up here, and then that's where the digger broke down. Luckily, our cousins, who are also our neighbors, have a potato digger. They're done with their potatoes for the season, and so they said we can borrow theirs just to finish out this quarter row. So now I gotta head down, help Dad get that hooked up, and we'll be back up to finish up. Shouldn't take too long. Mom and Uncle will probably be done with this row by that point, and then we can finish it up and load and be done. So we're just about done. Everybody's here now. We have a little tiny section left, and then we can start loading.
again and no, just tell me. So we're gonna find a couple. They were real long or whatever I did.
All right, so that is it for the 2025 potato season. Thank the Lord. Alrighty, so it is October 29th, Wednesday, and we are starting to load this morning for the Scranton Farmers Market. I got Daisy here with me. In the cooler here, we have a ton to take. We're taking all this cauliflower, we're taking that skid there, we're taking this skid, we're taking this skid behind that one, and the skid behind that one. And I think we're taking the cabbage bin, or most of it, and then a lot of this stuff around the edges. So we got a lot to do, Daisy. Better get to work. So we have about 5 skids ready to go here. These 2 are what we brought back from market on Monday. So it's just mixtures, but these 3 are all fresh and full. So we're gonna start loading the truck now. It's just starting to get daylight. We already have some bags of potatoes on here from Monday as well, and an assorted squash bin, which I know it's dark and hard to see. So this is what the cooler looks like now that we're done. Way emptier, but still a good variety for Friday market. The only thing we got to pick yet is sweet corn, which is going to go here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 skids on here now. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 skids. And we have 2 more to go. So we just arrived and got set up here at the Scranton Farmers Market. One of our helpers didn't show up, so it was just 4 of us today instead of 5, which this time of year the market is not the busiest just because of the cooler weather. And I think sometimes people don't know that we have all this variety this late in the season. That's why I make videos like this, and that's why we advertise to try and get people to come and buy the beautiful produce that we have. And so you can just see everything from potatoes to pumpkins to eggplant to peppers. So it's going on 3 o'clock. It's been a pretty decent day so far. All of our cauliflower trays are empty. The cabbage bins are empty. Corn bin is empty. And a lot of our crate pallets are empty as well, besides what you see here and there.
I just said he does videos for his farm. And I'm over here, I didn't realize he had the camera going, and like I got cold and my body got stiff, and I'm over here going, so they're going to be asking what kind of people you got working for you.
We've got 22 on them. Yeah, ain't they?
They are beautiful.
22?
If I didn't have 30 of them already.
I don't know. What are they, 22, right?
They're 22, but he said I could do it if they take both of them $20 a piece.
Would you like all 3, huh? Only 2 there.
There's only 2.
I'll carry your car for you.
Yeah, right.
Want all 3.
And she's got to carry you to the car, carrying the plant.
The crazy part is that when you look at how many people are out in the Midway, it looks like there's a lack of people, and there is. But the nice thing about this time of the year is that when people come to buy, they buy in quantity because they're trying to buy for the winter. They're trying to stock up. They know the produce isn't going to last long, and they want to get all they can while we have it. And that's the whole name of the game. And as long as we have a good day, that's all that really matters.